Hey folks, Pat Flynn and welcome back to the Daily Strength. I want to show you one of my favorite mobility exercises. So if we're talking about minimalism, getting the biggest bang for your buck, this is an exercise you definitely want to have in your repertoire. It's a tough word to say, repertoire. In your arsenal. We'll use the word arsenal. So it's the Kettlebell Windmill. Cat's out of the bag. There it is. That's the exercise I want to show you. And the reason I love this as a mobility exercise, and you can use it for strength too, but I think its best application is for mobility, is it really helps to develop both mobility and stability throughout the entire chain. So you're getting shoulder mobility, shoulder stability, specifically scapular stability. Scapular, another hard word. I don't even know a substitute for that, so we're just gonna have to do our best. Thoracic rotation, the hamstrings, the hips, all of it. So the problem with the windmill is that most people just do it wrong, just do it completely wrong, which is the problem that people do with many exercises. They just do it wrong. Now, the key to remember is that the windmill, you're not flexing at your low back, and that's the biggest mistake people make. With the windmill, it's really a combination of thoracic rotation and hip flexion, or hinging at the hips. So what we're going to do is I have two special guests today. We have Rob and Alyssa. I'm going to flip the camera around. We're going to take a look at the windmill, and I'm going to break this exercise down while they perform it, and then give you some ideas on how best to use it. Sound good? All right, let's do it. All right, so here's Rob, and he is going to demonstrate the kettlebell windmill for us. So Rob, if you wouldn't mind hitting a couple reps, I'll talk him through it. And Alyssa's just looking stoically there. So you set it up like you would a military press, right? That's step one. Then watch the feet position. What you're going to do with the feet is you're going to angle them slightly out. Now your stance can vary. You could go a little wider, you could go a little bit more narrow with it, but around shoulder width is probably good. Now the windmill starts by pushing your hips back and entering into hip flexion. So notice Rob's giving himself a little tactile feedback there by pushing into his hips. And then what happens is as the hips go back, Rob begins to rotate at his thoracic spine and trace down his front leg with his free arm. So Rob, let's just hit a few reps and show what this looks like. So you'll notice, and Rob's got a great windmill, he's got great mobility and stability also, you'll see. He kind of looks like a corkscrew opening a bottle of wine. That's the cue I want you to think, right? So you're just corkscrewing, twisting down, opening that bottle of wine. Notice his low back is flat, and that is a key point. So Rob, yeah, go ahead and rest. We can take a second. Actually, just grab a... yeah, you good, man?
I'm good, I'm good.
You want to show it just a lighter bell?
Yeah,
just
please.
Real quick? Yeah, so
do those exist? Oh,
yeah, right here.
Sweet.
So grab this one.
Right.
Let's just point out a few more quick things.
Beautiful. This is really nice. I like this better.
Yeah. So again, like Rob went pretty heavy with that. That's a 24, which is great. You can use the windmill. Really helps develop the obliques, the serratus anterior also. But for mobility, we can go pretty light with this, and that's fine. So on the other side, he's going to be totally asymmetrical now. 12 kilogram. Just look at the angles, right? So back leg is pretty much locked. You can keep just a soft bend in the knee. And most of your weight should be pushing onto that back heel. So it's really important that you start this exercise off by driving your weight back into that heel, pushing the hips back, and then finally just remember to look at the bell as you descend. Just for safety reasons, also going to help increase that range of motion and increase that thoracic rotation. So that's the kettlebell windmill, folks. Hope it's been helpful. This has been the Daily Strength. Thank you to Rob Akers. Rob, what's your website, Rob? Give yourself a little shout out.
www.acresofstrength.com.
We'll link it below. Folks, be sure to subscribe and we'll catch you in the next episode.